shots off from three-point range. Orlando's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Wade for three. Buries it from three-point range. Wade's got 22.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Murray. After the miss from Wade. Grant, that's good.
Focus, composure. Jeremy Grant isn't one to take reckless shots from three-point range.
That one drops for him. And now 24 points for Wade.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Grant outside. And the call will be against D. That's his first foul. Jose Alvarado, he's checked in for New Orleans. And a switcher also for Orlando. Anthony's checked in. 44 seconds left here in the first quarter. And again, no good by New Orleans. Orlando leading by 5. Back to Wade. Pass to Anthony. Out to Wade. 5 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here's Banchero. Pelicans pull it in.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And here is Grant. Now Alvarado. Now here's Grant. Over Banchero. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a...
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Orlando out in front. They're up by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
They've got Grant. Jones is out there with Jose Alvarado. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Messi in at the power forward. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. The Magic shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Pelicans trail by 4. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Orlando grabs the miss. Wade for 3. He can't get that one to fall.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
Grant surveying the D. Capella with a screen on Anthony. Grant gets a wide open look. Good on the 3-point shot. Grant's got 11 points.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Grant against Wade. Deep two from Anthony. Pelicans with the rebound. Cabela's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Alvarado.
That I can change. Remind myself to not complain. But our love is not the same. But our love is not the same. Our feelings change like seasons. You tell me that you leave on. You go right and then I ain't breathe on. She's on my mind all the time. I must be blind, I can't even read the signs. She said stop crying and get used to the trying. Not the same, but our love is not the same. Our feelings change like seasons. You tell me that you leave on. You go right and then I ain't. Lost myself and then I made my bedroom. Sitting back thinking got too much headroom. Thinking about my relationships that didn't even last. What I didn't get out of them, I swear that I'm trying to get it up about you. You let me go and now I feel so.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the Seattle Supersonics taking on the Boston Celtics. Now, here's Johnson. And Gary Payton is going to pick up the foul.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
And here is Ainge. Pass to Parrish. Out to Bird. Takes a three. Good, and the assist goes to Parrish.
This is just what Bird does. He makes shooting from range look easy.
To the middle. Kemp. And slam dunk by Kemp.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Bird outside. Johnson for three. Seattle grabs the miss. Pass to Schrempf. Here he goes. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And here's Bird for three. For three. Rebound by Johnson. And here are the Sonics.
Kevin McHale. First personal foul. First team foul.
On the wing, Payton. Pass to Kemp. Payton outside. Here is Hawkins. And here is Johnson. He's guarded by McHale. 4 on the clock. Seattle needs to get off a shot. A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws. Bird outside. Johnson in the corner. Fires away from way outside. Bird can't get that one to fall. Here's Payton. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And so he hits the technical free throw. Off the inbound. Bird can't hit.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Off target from 3-point range.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Payton gets the bucket.
The shot from Payton right now, so pure. Even without a lot of time to get set, he's able to make that one look so smooth.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Bird right side. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. For Boston, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Few players have the overall game of Larry Bird. Obviously, we know he can shoot the lights out, but he's also an elite level passer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. There's a timing and a rhythm to how Parrish plays. Really an underrated defender who routinely frustrates shooters.
Redmond. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Johnson outside. Back to Schrempf. Johnson outside. Just 5 on the clock. To the paint. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And the Supersonics making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Boston trailing. Pass to Wedman. Good on the triple.
McGee just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Here's McMillan. Here's Kemp. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
The athleticism and quickness of Kemp, using both as weapons in the pick and roll.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Stolen. And now the Supersonics on the break. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Kemp slams it in.
Wow, I tell you, Kemp is not your average dunker. This guy rocks the rim.
Here is Seasting. And the Supersonics making a change here.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 38 seconds left to play here in the first. A wide open look for Bird. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Sonics leading. Here's McMillan. Still without a basket. Out to the right wing. Offensive rebound. Perkins. And he lays it straight in.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Nailed from three-point land. Bird's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Celtics.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Celtics out in front. They lead by 1. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Pass to Askew. Rebounded by the Celtics. Vincent with it.
Second Celtics foul. Vincent Askew. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Wedman. Celtics passing it around. Now Vincent. Shot clock at 5. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Bird can't hit.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Now Perkins. Payton in the corner. Pass to Wedman. Here is Seasting. Here's Wedman. Bird outside. 4 on the shot clock. Walton inside. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Pass to Bird. Carries it from three-point range. Bird's got the lead up to 4 now for Boston.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch-and-shoot game.
Now Bird after the missed 3 from Gary Payton. Here's Askew. Still yet to score. Johnson the screen. Here's Askew. Lets it go from deep. Bird with some nice D. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, the players will say, mouse in the house. Great job to use his size to expose the smaller defender inside.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. Celtics trailed by 7. And the first time out of the game called for Seattle.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Substitution on the court.
Launches from deep. Kevin McHale pulls it in.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. Bird hits them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Pass to Schrempf. Will it go? That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Celtics leading by 9. Danny Ainge on the wing. Back to Bird. Shoots the three. And it's Seattle with the rebound. All alone. Parrish gets the rebound. And here is Johnson. On the wing, Ainge. For the three. The offensive rebound. Out to Bird. Lets it go with the three. The shot. No good. Sonics trailed by 9. Here's Schrempf. On the wing, Johnson. Back to Schrempf. 6 on the shot clock. Seattle missing again. And so it's Boston with it. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract limits. Commissioner Silver says we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, D.A., that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. .107 left to play here in the half. Now, here is Ainge. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Hits the three-point bomb. Here's McMillan. And again, Seattle turns it over.
Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
And here is Johnson. He's got 5. On the clock. On the wing, Ainge. And that one drops for him. Ainge has got 5 now.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Perkins. Marshall with it. Fires the 3. Rebound, Parrish. Here's Wedman. Here's Ainge. Parrish with it. Back to Ainge. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And the first half is now in the books. Celtics lead by 14. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Now Payton. Pass to Schrempf. Beyond the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Schrempf's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Sonics. Now, here is Ainge. Bird way outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Sonics trailed by 11. Pass to Hawkins. Back to Payton. Nice ball movement by Seattle. Johnson the screen. Fires away from outside. Goes back up. It's stolen by McHale. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Back to Ainge. Offline with his 3. And here are the Sonics. It's Hawkins on the wing. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Hawkins has got his first 3 points of the game. Ainge up top. He has 5. Bird outside. Releases. Rebound by the Sonics. Now, here is Shrimp. 5 points in the game.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Bird with the bucket.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Johnson the screen. Three-pointer, Payton. And another three for Seattle.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
And here are the Supersonics now, after the basket by Boston.
What defense do we like to use?
And here's Schrempf. 7 points in the game. Pass to Hawkins. No good on the three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And here's Bird from the arc. Traps in the tray. And now a 10-point Celtic lead.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
To the inside. From the high post. Johnson can't get it to go. Celtics leading by 10. Johnson outside.
Just the first defense.
Pass to Bird. .124 left to play in the third. Parrish with it. Schrempf cover. Here's McHale. Johnson with some nice D.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss. Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Pass to Johnson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. The coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Sonics trail by 10. Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over. Without question, Larry Bird displaying his skills today.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you just ask him for him to drop another triple on him.
.44 seconds left in the third. And once again off the mark by Seattle. Here's Vincent. And out of bounds as the Sonics gain possession.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Sonics trail by 10. The screen from Kemp. Inside. Here's McMillan. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. So it's Boston now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's Seasting. Rebounded by Kemp.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Wingate. No good with the triple. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Celtics up 10, and we'll have the start of it. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Here is Seasting. Payton on the double team. Here's Vincent. His three-pointers off the mark. Celtics trailed by 10. Shoots it up. And that one's good from McMillan. McMillan's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Sox. Bird outside. Nice ball movement by Boston. Clock at 6. Knocks down the 10-footer. And it's now 22 points for Larry Bird. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Kemp. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Got him with the bump fake, but couldn't finish. Here's Bird. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Detlef Schrempf. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Boston.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Three-pointer, Payton. And Boston with the rebound. Walton with the ball. Three-pointer, Bird gets the three-pointer to fall. Bird's got 12 points in just the second half.
And he is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
And the basket by Schrempf.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Pass to Walton. Here's Bird. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Payton drives in. It's Schrempf on the wing. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Back to Bird. Pass to Seasting. Now Bird. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Payton surveying the floor. Down low. Kemp with the bucket. That's now 8 points for Shawn Kemp.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
The Celtics call time. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Casey Jones address his team. He told his guys to max it out on the three. If those shots aren't coming, then we need to move on. There are other looks for us out there. We want some diversity in those shot attempts, guys.
Thank you, David. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. And the Celtics lead by 13.
And Bird gets a lot of love for his scoring ability, but he's also an outstanding passer for his position.
Hawkins shot good.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Boston leading by 11. Parrish with it. Guarded by Kemp. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. And he trims the lead to single digits. And that's 10 points for Gary Payton.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Well, free throw drops for Schrempf. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lets the three fly. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his fifth make on 9 shots from the floor.
And Detlef is one of the best at filling it up from deep. Just possesses great height and that high release point.
And pushing it up. Here's Seattle. Outside, Kemp. And they call an illegal screen here.
And beyond the leaning, you can see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Dennis Johnson on the wing. Johnson double team. Outside, McHale. Pass to Ainge. 5 to shoot. Johnson for 3. Dives for it. Austin getting another chance here.
Oh, great job there, tracking down the long rebound, and the clock will continue to run.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
Basket good. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bird misses. Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over. They're behind by 7.
Supersonic substitution. Frank Bukowski. Sam Perkins.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Celtics ball.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Back to McHale. And an intentional foul right there.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
At the line for your Celtics, Kevin McHale.
Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he is unable to get the second one. Shot on the wing.
Some reason I couldn't pick a play. I think my controller is jacking up at the moment. It was letting me pick plays for you, I think, in that last second. So I'll call this one a draw.
So we see Boston get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.